Hello. Right. Can somebody confirm they can hear me okay in the chat? That'd be amazing. Ah, perfect, perfect, perfect. Fantastic, fantastic. So my setup is I've got an iPhone up here, and that's the bit you can see there, and I've got some obviously locks and bits and bobs. On my iPad over there, I have a whole load of live chat which is scrolling. Hey Tequila Dave. So Tequila Dave and I met up just today and yesterday actually in Bristol. Have a UK locksport forum annual meetup. Just get together, a few people, have fun, a few competitions, really good time. And I did say that I was going to paint my decking and have a sleep. I managed to get like 20 minutes sleep, but I managed to clean my car as well. So hey, all good. And yes, Yukoff's there. He's seen me again. Fantastic. Hey, Chris Capoon, Gordon W. 14 Blues. So many people that I recognise here. So yeah, and Gordon, shame on you for missing it, eh? Hey, Steve's lockpicking. So this is supposed to be like an A to Z of locks. I've actually got behind me about, I don't know, 35 locks or so. Starting with A, which is ABUS, and I'm just going to have a bit of a chat, try to talk to you as much as I can, because really the live isn't about me picking, it's more about me just having fun and chatting to everybody, answering any questions that people have. Shout out to Nox Locks, who has been on Discord and sent me a whole load of frankly excellent questions. So if the chat here dips, then I've got a big load of stuff which I can dip into for more questions. Gutted, had loads of locks to give away. Well, Gordon, that's the problem, isn't it? You know, all those lovely locks could have gone to me. Oh, hi Terry. Who else? Alberta, Canada says greetings. Fantastic. What time is it in Alberta at the moment? It's got to be slightly behind here, hasn't it? So, is that right? It'd be sometime in the early afternoon-ish? Oh, Gordon says at Yukov, who's an admin on the UK Locksport forum, says who won the competitions. I'm happy to say that I won 2 of the competitions. So hold on, I might even have my trophies. Let me show them off. And by the way, these are really nice little trophies. This is from Silskowski, who is a mod on the UK Locksport forum. Did Leave a Lock, a little unsubscribed competition, but you know, it's fine, it's fine. And then I got this one, all-round lockpicker, my favourite little contest, that one, because there's a box with loads of hasps on. You've got to do, I think, a wafer lock, a dimple lock, a lever lock, decode a 4-dial padlock, all those kind of things. So yeah, it's really good fun. Oh, hey Dana. So yeah, I better start picking a lock, can't I? Hey Fred. So it's noon in Arizona. Okay. So the US and Canada are slightly behind the UK, which is what I thought. Oh yeah, Yukov wanted to just mention that he came first in a side competition that I ran, which is true. It was a fun little side competition where you had to pick up a load of pins, springs, ball bearings, wafers, you know, all that kind of stuff from a piece of carpet in 30 seconds. It was good fun, I have to say. I think everybody enjoyed that one anyway. Maybe I'm wrong. What am I doing? I'm just like chatting away and failing to pick the most simple Apis lock in the whole world. Cranky lockpicker, hey Cranky. Oh, Matt's Lockpit. Another non-attender this year. Not pointing fingers or anything, Matt. Hope you're well, mate. Oh, B for Bowley, yeah. You might be waiting for a better lockpicker than me to be picking that one. Forte and Blues. Right, what am I even doing with this lock? Messing up, that's what I'm doing. Right, let me concentrate on actually picking this. I might actually flip over to using a vise, which isn't ideal, but I'm going to be picking quite a lot of, well, haha, he says, theoretically picking quite a few locks today, and I think that if I don't use a vise, I'm going to get horrific hand cramp. So yeah, I might do that in a minute. Maybe swap over to a different pick. I don't know what I'm doing today. It's been a very strange day. Good fun though, but yeah, very strange. I also went out last night, so I have a wee bit of a headache, and I blame Qlock, even though he wasn't there. But that means it's so that's the A done. B I've got a Bassy and a BKS. This is a strange little BKS. I don't know what do you even think that's made of? Interesting bitting. It's not bad. It feels heavy, like steel's coated. I don't know. Could be aluminium. I'm not sure. Then this little Bassy here, which is kind of cute as well. So I don't know which one to go for. I fancy trying this BKS actually. It might be a terrible idea, but we can give it a go. Ah, maybe this one. Locks come camera shy. They always come camera shy. They always do. Right, I will start using a vise just because I know that my hands are going to thank me an awful lot if I do. They really will. Making sure I actually keep this somewhat in camera shot as well. Here we go. Let's do a bit of that. That's a nice sound, isn't it, for everybody? Sorry. Hey, Graham. Right, here we go. I can't remember picking this lock actually. I must have picked it at some point, right? Oh, it's a tight little keyway. Maybe I can try picking through the warding for this one. Can I do that on this one? I think so. Oh, into a false set? Was I expecting that? I'm not entirely sure. Well, it's where we are. Counter rotation and oh, well, that's a weird lock. But we have a second open. Yay! So already on to D. What do I have for C? And yes, I do have a couple of duplicates for like B's and A's and stuff like that because I just know that at some point I'm going to get somewhere and not be able to pick a letter of the alphabet. So we'll put those aside if when I get there. So we got, what have we got? We've got Chubb, and so a nice steel Chubb, and we also have a commando lock. I don't know which one to do. Should we try the commando lock? I think we should try the commando lock. I've always got the Chubb as a backup if I fail miserably on it. I don't mind the commando locks. They're alright, in my opinion. Might try and move the camera up a little bit more. And then zoom in a wee bit like that. Okay, good. Oh, this is as always an AMA. So if you've got a question for me, just throw them at me. The worst is I miss it or I don't answer. You can always ask it again repeatedly. It's fine. So I need a turning tool. Oh, Kieran Morgan says, anyone have a device for a Masterlock DG? Is that something I'm familiar with? What's a Masterlock DG? Anybody? Am I missing something obvious? I probably am. I often do. Isaac says, how big are your feet? Size 10? There you go. That's if that's interesting to anybody. And no, I'm not showing anybody my feet. Tequila Dave's got a new cat called Quagmire. Very, very cool. I love commando locks. They should replace all master locks. I don't know. Commando locks are good. I've got no problems with them. But I do think people are a little unfair sometimes to master lock. Purely because I have a few master locks which I think are actually pretty good. I really like their dimple lock padlocks. I know, right? Who knew that they did a dimple lock? But they do a range of dimple locks, and they're not bad. They're a sort of a fun pick. I don't know what's going on with this. I don't think I'm tensioning it properly. It doesn't feel right. What should I do? How should I do it? What should I do it with? Maybe that? Oh, Tiffany. Morning. How much pressure are you using on the pins? Depends on the lock, truthfully. Dark Pyro. Like this one, quite a light amount of pressure, I'd say. Is it just it's whatever gives me the feedback that I need, really. Oh, look at that! Straight, my turning tool has turned into the keyway, which is really annoying. So let's try and do a rescue. Maybe change it up for a different one. I'm struggling to find a nice fit for this. If in doubt, use this one. Might hamper my picking, but at least it'll have some good tension. Somebody said, what did I used to teach? Assuming I did, yeah, well, I used to be a teacher a long time ago now, like so long ago. I can honestly, barely remember the experience, which is probably good. Teaching's quite traumatic for everybody involved. So I used to teach science. So in the UK, we have children between the ages of, I can't remember now, is it 14 to 16? They do something called General Certificate of Education, GCSEs, and or something like that. Somebody who knows better than me knows, and then they can go on and do A levels. Although that's not technically true. We've got a leveling system in the UK where you start with sort of level 0 qualifications all the way up to level 8, which is PhD, and I think level 3 is GCSE, and then level 4 is A level. No, other way around. It's level 2 is GCSE, level 3 is A level, I think. But there are other qualifications that you can do, apprenticeships and baccalaureates and things that are graded up and down. But yeah, no. So I used to do GCSE science and A level biology because I really like biology. But that's a commando lock done. There you go. So already done up to C. What would you do if you can't feel any pins binding? So yeah, you just try different tensions. Make sure that a bit like I was doing there. Is my turning tool turning around too much inside the lock? Is it going to bite between the core, which is supposed to be turning, and the body, or the here, and jam? It can do that, especially on cheap cylinders, which tend to expand out. So guessing the right fit here is really good. If you can't feel anything binding, then you can increase the tension slightly, but you then more like to overset pins because you're putting lots of pressure on the pins. So you force them up with more pressure, and that can overset. But yeah, that's really about it. You can also make sure it's well lubricated, the key's working, the lock's working, those kind of things, because it can matter. I hated science in secondary school. Well, do you know what? I remember hating physics when I was at high school or secondary school. I really did. So ABC, we're on D. Are we on D? We're on D, aren't we? And the only D that I could find that wasn't a DOM, because the only DOM padlock I had, and I wanted to do padlocks for the most part, although clearly it's not a padlock, was an IX10, which tensions the wrong way because it's a padlock, and I was just like, you know what? No, not going to do that tonight. But yeah, no, I thought I hated. So this is to Cranky Lock, because I thought I hated physics. I didn't mind chemistry and biology. Thought I hated physics. Actually, it just wasn't taught very well. When I went back to teaching, I actually really liked physics when I sort of, as an adult, was, I guess, relearning it. Yeah, it just was good. I wish I knew more of it. I guess I never, what the Americans would say, majored in physics, so it's not so much. But yeah, this is a Durex, not Dormer, sorry, Durex. Sorry, I'm British, so of course I've got a cup of tea. It's just been sat stewing here, so I will be sipping my tea now and again. William Borgson, not sure if you remember, but were you able to get all brass Eagle padlock from Terraville CT open? I have the same one 4 years and still no joy. No, I don't think I have got that one open. It's a lot of the older locks, especially been well used, are just, they can be a real pain. I must go back to it. To my discredit, I sometimes have so many locks, and because I've been picking for some time, I go through phases of wanting to pick and not wanting to pick. So sometimes I choose locks which just interest me for the day. I go, oh, do you know what would be nice? This one would be a really nice lock, and I just end up picking that, and then I forget about the other locks I've got, and you know how it is. So I must go back to it. I must. So yeah, I don't know what this one is about. I think it's all standard pins, isn't it? Which makes me think, should I try raking one? I don't think we've raked a lock yet. Can we rake this one? I don't know. Am I even tensioning it? I think I am. Then my next question is, what is the favourite food of the bundle of his? I don't know what that means, I'm so sorry. Yeah, no, you're right. That's why I just checked. Sorry, Isaac Cashman said, I've got to make sure that I don't crimp the body, but it is fine. Although you panicked me then, that's why I just stopped. I was like, oh, he's right. I should really take care. So yeah. Right. let's not do that. It wasn't really. I thought they'd rate open this one. Don't know why it's not. So let's go old school and try and actually just pick it. Where am I? Oh, we're open. Yeah, why wouldn't that rake? I've got no idea why that wouldn't rake. No idea. William Borgson says, thanks, all you had problems. Feel better now, rooting for you to open. Thanks. Is that a rake? This was a rake I was using. Yeah, Yukov is right. Mad Bob did a run of curved pry bars. If I had them to hand, I'd show you. Or do I still have my curved ones here? No, I think I retired my curved Mad Bobs because they don't make them anymore, and I didn't want to damage them any more than I needed to. Let me hold on 1 minute. I might have them close to hand. I do. There's a Mad Bob logo. So yeah, I have. This is the old and very well used set. You might be able to tell by the slightly bent tips there. They're not quite flat. The steel was a little bit soft at the tip, but the curves on these are really useful. But I found that it would be nice to have a curved both ways. So I think this one is a set almost before they stop doing it, where I have the curves to the right and the left. So I've got a set of 9 picks in here. 9 turning tools in here, which I think. So I've got 3 straights, 3 curved one way. I've got to get them right, and 3 curved the other way. That's it. So that's that way. So yeah. So I've got the left and the right curves there, which is can you see? Which is really cool. And that's never been used, this set. It's like I found those curved turning tools really useful. So couldn't resist. And I think that this is one of the original Mad Bob's sets. Yeah, it is. I can't remember what this one's called, but there's a lot of manufacturers using this form factor for the handles. So yeah, you could probably name a few in the chat if you like. Hey, Pickbeard! One of our good friends, Pickbeard's just joined. Right, what are we up to? So we did D, didn't we? E. The only E padlock that I could find was an Era. And I don't even think that I've taken this one off the plastic. So that's going to be, I'm going to have to pick it out of the plastic. Yes, Qlock, it does bear a little resemblance to bare bones, doesn't it? So nice to see so many names that I recognise here. So thank you all for joining. Sorry, it sounds like I'm signing off. Thank you all for joining. No, I'm just trying to get this set up in a vise. Make sure the angle's nice. If I'm going to use a vise, right, I might as well make it comfy for myself. About there. There, good. And I reckon we can do a nice old school top of the keyway pick on this. Will this Christina Palmer one fit in? Yeah. Oh, wow, that's got a lot of slop in. Pirates and Jewel says Mad Bob's exclusive to certain countries. Well, they do limited runs on request, I think, but they're based in the UK. Have largely given up doing commercial. Wow, is that into a full set already? Commercial pick and turn tool manufacturing, which is a big shame. They were, I think, an important part of the landscape, the community. But you know, everybody's got their own priorities and things they want to do in life, and I wish them all the luck. Genuinely. Lovely little clicks in this one. Thank you for saying you miss my hands, Pick Beard. I miss your wonderful beardy face. And there we go. We're already up to E. Does anybody know any other E padlocks that are around? I'm really struggled to think of anything that began with E that, apart from Era, that I could pick. There's probably like tons of them. Just shout them out. Morty. Oh, Lockpicker1969, hope you can get to an interview soon. Yeah, do you know what? You think you emailed me or Discorded me saying you have to forgive me. My life is often crazy. Yes, I will absolutely commit to doing an interview with you. It would be my actual absolute pleasure to do that. Hey, Rune. Oh, Eurolux. Not one I'm familiar with, actually. Esber, yes. I think Ever. Ah, yes. Do you know what, though? I actually gave back the only ever padlock that I've held, I think, and that was Yukov's. I'm so glad I didn't choose that one because it's an absolute nightmare to pick. So F, we're already on to F, so of course I had to have some Federals. I don't know where to start. I guess I'm going to try this one, and if not, I've got this 90A here, which I don't know which one's going to make me cry more. The bitting on this is, you know, reasonable, but the picking of it could be very unreasonable. Locks are often unreasonable to me, I feel. Oh, hi, Carl. Oh, a big shout out to people who are and have given me, is it super thanks or whatever the YouTube version of tipping is? I only just noticed that people were doing that on some of my videos, because I think it's something that's relatively new on YouTube, for me at least. But if you are one of those people who have generously donated anything to the channel, do know that it will almost certainly get recycled into more locks for you to see me pick. But no, super thank you for anybody kind enough to do that, because it's just very nice of you. I just want to say thank you, because I know that some people have been doing it now and again, and it's very hard to say thank you to everybody, of course. But if I do it now while I'm live and thinking about it, then at least that's something. Oh, hey, Lady Locks. Huh, when we have a Lock new face reveal. Well, you need to catch up with me at a LockCon or similar. I don't walk around with a you know, a mask on or anything. It's just that they're not, you know, those are events which are largely known that people, you know, don't often take pictures or ask permission first. So you know, it's not just about my privacy, it's about the privacy of my family and things. So that's really why. Plus, as Yukov will agree, I'm horrific to look at, so I don't want to scare people. Oh, oh, here we got the open. Oh, hey, lockpicking Skull. Another awesome member of the community. Yep. Qlock knows, but he loves me anyway. Oh right, I've run out of locks on the table now. I need to go find. So what we're up to F. So G now. Okay. I got G, H, and I. I don't think I'll pick this Gibbons, but I just wanted to have it because I just think it's such a. I can only think of Gibbons, like literal the ape, the gibbon, when I see this, and it sounds like an exclamation, doesn't it? Ye Gibbons! So anyway, this is a GLK. This is from all the way from Portugal, actually. So maybe this will make me think of sunny Portugal and Portuguese Vino Verde and yeah, pasta de natas and fresh seafood, all the good stuff. Oh, do you know what? I actually do have a girder disc detainer, but no, I try to avoid disc detainer picking on these lives. Anyway, I want to do a couple of questions while I've got the chance. So, most of these are going to be from Nox Locks, because, like I said, they have been absolutely awesome putting some stuff together. And one of the first questions that they ask is, do I ever go back to old live shows to read chats and comments? And the answer is, again, possibly to my discredit, no. I don't like watching my own videos. It's really weird listening to yourself. I'm not a big fan of it. You know, I'm proud of the videos I make, but I don't want to listen to my voice, which is odd. So yeah, no, I don't tend to go back and relive it. Plus, I don't think that when this gets recorded, the oh, there we go, got you open. The chat goes onto the video. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I'm not great with the settings, so I do it all by mobile, and sorry about that. It's not as good as the PC versions of stuff that Google offer. So we're up to G now. That's cool. Put yourself on mute. Yeah, I could do that. Tila, maybe not right now though. Right? You mean when I watch my videos back? Yeah, I could do. I'd rather watch. I'd rather watch somebody like Talan Pick, or I think it's pronounced Tayan Pick. But anyway, because he's just so much more interesting than you know, his voice is just amazing. So yeah, a much more interesting voice to listen to, and he's also really talented. So you know, why wouldn't I want to watch him? Heritage Brass. So I think this might be my first failure because I don't remember this one being a fun lock to pick, but we'll see. We'll see. If you don't try, you don't know, right? Another question from Nox Locks is, in the order of fun, most fun to least fun. Oh, picking, cooking, video games, or guitar. So he knows some of my my hobbies and passions. So I haven't really done guitar for many years now because the reason I started lockpicking was largely because it's relatively quiet as a hobby. And when I had very young children, I needed something to you know, that I could do which was quiet. So I sort of gave up guitar, but I still have my guitars and I love them very much. Oh, that's horrible. So I guess for me, in terms of fun, it would probably be cooking, video games, and then picking, which may surprise some of you. And you might think, what? He doesn't like picking? No, I love lockpicking. But cooking is my first passion. Hey! And and it's just something which brings me and my family, I hope, lots of joy. So I like to cooking. I'm a massive gamer. I just love playing computer games. It's yeah. Again, just something I've been doing since I was 10 when I first got my first console, which is the Atari 2600, because I'm that young. Oh, thank you, Semper Fi EDC guy, for the I think it's a super comment. Thanks for all the vids; they've been helping a lot. Oh no, honestly, I'm really glad. It makes me very happy when I make videos which people use, and it's been helpful to their picking journey. I like to come at it always from the aspect of what would a beginner need to know, because we're all learning still, and it's always good to just explain all the basics. So I really hope that it is useful to you, my friend. Oh, Lockpicker 969. What do I like to cook? Honestly, anything, absolutely anything. I've been making homemade focaccia recently because I made one and my kids absolutely loved it, and they're like, make more. I'm like, okay, I'll make more. But I made a Malaysian beef and peanut butter stew just the other day. I'm trying to think what else I do. Loads of things. Today I had made some teriyaki sauce and had some teriyaki steak and some teriyaki chicken and some chard, not the chard vegetable chard, but some chard purple sprouting broccoli with that. That was really nice. So yeah, just anything really. I just love cooking. Any tips for picking Medico locks? Get somebody else to pick them, Dwight. Okay, so Medico locks for me are a bit of a love-hate relationship. I've definitely picked them. I've picked them in a consistent way, but I've never felt that I've had full control over it. Do you know what I mean? I've never been like, I'll turn this pin and then I'll turn this pin and then they'll set and I'll lift them up to the shear line. It's always felt a little bit, I'll wiggle it and wiggle it and wiggle it until it stops feeling like it's wiggly, and that's probably right, and then go from there. So I'm probably not your best Medico person. I'm so sorry. But yeah, if anybody does have any tips for Dwight, please tell him so that I can read them as well and pretend that I knew them all along. Sorry, Chris. Sorry, I'm sorry you're hungry, mate. So I had two little iFams. Again, I had Ingersoll padlocks, the 10 lever padlocks, but I was like, and the 6 lever, but I was like, nah, we're not playing with that one today. We're just not doing it. So yeah, forgive me for chickening out, but I don't have time to be picking Ingersolls today. I really should take the keys off these, but they're on here now. I'm trying to get this all tight in the vise without everything all falling apart. Yeah, roasted broccoli is brilliant, especially if you get a little bit of a char, really hot oven. It's surprising. A lot of people don't think you could roast like some of the flour type vegetables, but you can. So okay, let's give this one a go. Okay, so I don't know why, part of me just goes, should I give this a go in terms of raking this? I don't think this is rakeable, but I think like most things, if you don't try and rake things, then you'll never know if you can. So even if I get into a full set or pick a couple of pins or anything. What would be one tool or set of tools you purchased and instantly regretted? So this is an interesting one, because a lot of the tools I did regret buying when I first started picking, I'm now so grateful I kept hold of. I do know I'm in a slightly unique situation, but hear me out. So I bought a lot of, when I first started, bought some really cheap lockpicks, the Goso 24-piece set, and they were fun for a while. There's nothing like horrific about them. They're just not a great quality set, you know. But I think that they just weren't. They were holding my picking back. I think anybody who's used them will recognise that is a bit of an issue with those super cheap sets. So I did sort of have that buyer's regret of I shouldn't have, you know, wasted my money on, you know, something which wasn't not expensive, if that makes sense. You know, I didn't have a lot of money at the time, so and you don't want to spend your money on things which aren't so useful. But now I actually think, do you know what, I'm so glad that I did get that, because they're really some of the profiles are actually quite useful for raking like Ingersoll padlocks and stuff, and there's a number of like little, like I almost like call them dimple lock rakes in there and stuff like that, and yeah, it's like one of those things which I initially, yes, absolutely was like, oh man, I shouldn't have bought this, but genuinely I'm like, yeah, no, this is great. I'm so glad I got this. That's a really high set. I need a bigger hook. Where's my monkey paw? That would be a great time to use this. So, oh, favourite song. How can I possibly choose a favourite song? I've got so many artists out there that I like listening to. I couldn't choose a favourite, and that's not just me being, oh, you know, but I've got some, you know, loads of favourite artists. At the moment I really like Reckoner by Radiohead, but then I have liked that song for so long. Country Feedback by REM. Yes, I know, I'm old. But the live version, specifically the one on Jules Holland where they did Country Feedback live, that was an awesome song. Basically anything by Chris Cornell as well. Big Soundgarden and Chris Cornell fan. But I honestly have a huge range of taste when it comes to music. It spans everything. I've got some psytrance that I just downloaded recently. Yeah, just all sorts of bits and bobs. I need something deeper. This one will do. That's Ever's pick, yes. If you didn't recognise it, it's my favourite short hook ever, this one. And I missed Daz Evers' videos. I hope he's well. Oh, there we go, got the open. Is there an EU equivalent to an American 1100? Not really. I mean, that era that I just picked. Well, you get one called, there's a brand called Matlock, but essentially it's Federal. Federal are made in Taiwan, I believe. I'm quite a fan of them. Squire used to do, is it the Sal 40? But there aren't any which are as good as the American lock in those terms. The Federal 90A, which again it's actually or the Matlock version of that, which I can't remember, 90, the 90 something. Those are pretty good. They're quite close, but I have to admit the American lock cores are, they're just unique. They're just really good. And if you can get hold of them, I'd say it's definitely worth the effort of getting hold of them. Yes, Black Hole Sun's an amazing tune, definitely. Anything from Audio Slave that they did. His live album's really good as well, if you like Chris Cornell. If you had to pick a song that would represent being your own personal theme song, what would it be? Now that depends on my mood. I wouldn't know where to begin on that question at all. What lock am I on? I'm on I so far. We've got to I. So now we just need J. Can anybody guess what my J lock is? Can you guess a padlock that is a J starting letter? Oh, Cranky Lock Picker. Thanks for stopping by, my friend. Thank you. Take care. Tribe of Frog. Yeah, it's a very Bristol. It's a trance night, isn't it? They organise trance events. Okay, so another question from Knox Locks is best bargain on a lock lucky trade maybe. Yeah. Oh, I know this one. It's this. It's behind me. It's this. It's one of my most favourite locks, and I got this for €20 in LockCon in the Netherlands, and I made myself this. I don't know whether it's not dual custody. It's dual access. I don't know if it's suited, so one is like a master key suite, or a suited master key, so you can open multiple padlocks, or whether it's just you have 2 keys for a specific padlock. I don't know, but this is €20. It's like the best bargain I've ever got on a lock. I don't know if it might actually be only worth €20, but for a dual key padlock like this, all brass, to me that seems like a bargain. I'm not going to lie. I agree. Every picker should have at least one 1100. I could not agree more with that at all. That's just true. It's just absolutely true. No. So it is a JCB. I really can't remember what JCB stands for. I think I used to know. In the UK, this is our version of cat or caterpillar. They don't do quite the same range, but yeah, it is a JCB padlock. And no, I don't think they make the padlocks. Who knows who makes these padlocks? Could be anybody. Could be you. Could be somebody on this chat for all I know. Yes, Rune, get back to making videos, please. Hey, Paracentric. Joseph Cyril Bamford. There you go. I knew somebody would know. That's what JCB stands for. I can understand why they went with JCB. The American 747? Is that the tubular lock? I'm not familiar with it either, to be honest with you. Right, I need something to turn this lock. I think that's how lock picking works, isn't it? There we go. Doesn't seem to be opening, so there must be more to it. Oh yeah, the pokey thing. Big one closed shackle. No, I don't know that one. Maybe I do. Maybe I do and I've just forgotten. That happens a lot. Is your tensioner stuck on a rivet? No, it's not, but these are beastly rivets. Like they're the most sticking out rivets on any lock that I own. No, if I'm not opening a lock, it's almost certainly lack of skill rather than anything else. It's a miracle we're on J, I think. I've overset that pin, that's why I've restarted that one. No, I'll use it. No, it's going to be too high. I might go. Yeah, might get my. I don't know why this isn't opening. I don't think it's a particularly hard lock. I picked it recently, so no, I don't know why it's being a pain. Because it can, I guess. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Does the tools make a big difference? One is worth investing expensive set of sparrows. As a beginner, it depends on your budget, really. I mean, there's nothing wrong with getting a nice big kit with all the profiles in the world to have a go at and see what you prefer and to explore. But I don't think you need to spend. Things are not right. Maybe I should do. I don't know. Maybe I need to change up my tension tool in this one. I honestly can't remember how I picked this when I picked it last. I don't think it's like it was, like I said, particularly challenging. I don't know. What can I use? What can I use? Do I have a top? Oh, just flung my turning tool away. That could work. I haven't tried topic keyway on this one before, but you know, never know. So, why is this frankly not great lock causing me so much trouble? I shouldn't call it a not great lock. If it's actually holding up to me picking it, it's clearly better than it could be. That's right. So. Do I customize and modify locks to use on the house? No. A lot of insurance companies would frown on you modifying your own locks. They like to say have a 3-star British standard, for example, but if they knew that you'd actually modified it and it failed in some way, then you probably wouldn't be insured. So probably not a great idea. Hey, Baldylocks. Baldylocks is another winner of the UK Locksport meetup competitions. I think he got the best timings at the. I can't remember. Was it the dimple lock or the standard pin tumbler one? So when you need to turn to a comfort lock, what locks do you turn to, assuming you occasionally use one? What do I use as my comfort lock? So I've got a few. The American 1100 series is really nice. That's a great lock to go back to, and always an enjoyable pick. I'm not getting anywhere with this. Why is it a stupid lock? I'm blaming the lock now. It's clearly my fault, but you know, since I can, I will. Let's try this again. Any better picks this? No, let's stick what I've got. In Europe, an interesting locksport bought very thin 15,000 sparrows. Yeah, I wouldn't start with 15,000 as a new picker. I'd start with the thickest picks you can. Definitely, always go for the thickest picks you can for the lock when you're beginning. 15,000 are just too thin. Don't give us good feedback and liable to bend much more than you know, so say 25,000ths an inch, for example. Did you go Spectrum? Yes. Atari? Yes. as opposed to Commodore Amiga SNES. Not sure what you're saying there. Um, Tequila Dave. What I can tell you is my personal journey went Atari 2600, Commodore VIC-20, Master System 2, Game Gear, Super Nintendo, N64, GameCube, Dreamcast, which I have no regrets on, PlayStation 2, and then basically I've had the PlayStation and Microsoft Xbox since the 360 generation, and of course whatever Nintendo console's out, because you got to get a bit Mario Kart in, just have to. What's the process of selecting a pick for a given lock? Ronan asks. I usually just start with a short hook and go from there. This is just being a real pig, and I don't know why. I suspect that I am doing something horrifically wrong, but I don't know what that horrifically wrong thing is. Maybe I should give this a go at raking it. Would raking help? Would that maybe be the answer? It could be an answer. I mean, it's definitely an answer, right? Well, I don't know. It could be a way forwards if I gave this a little bit of a rake. Maybe I'll get somewhere with it. Should we give that a go? Give it a bit of a rake. See if I can coax it into an open through raking. Maybe. Ah, we got it. So if in doubt, use the lowest skilled attack. But we got to J. We've got to J. No, it's just I don't know what I was doing wrong with this one. Honestly, just some locks you don't feel it, and this is one of them. It's not necessarily a sign of it being a good lock. I'm just pointing that out. Sometimes it'd be quite the opposite. So that's J, which brings us on to K. Any guesses as to K? I think you'll get this one, people. Okay, is it Cabba? No, it's not. I'm trying to chat and pick, which means I'm not picking any Cabba locks. It is Gordon, it's Kasp. Kryptonite would be a really good shout, though, Isaac, I have to say. Again, I think made by Federal. So, yeah, you're right. Kryptonite would be a really good shout. Not necessarily their Disattain locks, although I have one on the floor next to me. Two, actually, weirdly. But yeah, it's their padlock ones, which are made by Federal. I think they're made by Federal. I could be wrong. I don't want to. So I've got a couple here. I've got this 1440, which is I can't even remember picking that one, and then this one, which is an 18060. And I'm tempted to try the bigger one just because, but that might be a terrible decision. I guess we'll all find out together. Trying not to get everything in the way. There's a problem with all the shackles and the keys on. It's a bit fiddly. What's my favourite rake? I really like a snake rake, and I have to say Peterson do a really nice profile. It's actually got the two humps on it, not just one big hump and then a little squiggle. I really like, who doesn't like a triple peak? It doesn't matter to me particularly what the brand is. A good triple peak rake, all major brands do a good triple peak, whatever one you like. I use the Abona more than you would think. And no, they're not sponsoring this particular video, but yes, I have worked at Multipick in the past, and I did work with them on this, and no, I don't get any money for telling you such, etc., etc. But that's some disclosures for you. But yeah, I do use this more than on a lot of smaller, shallower sort of keyway locks. That's another one. I'm quite fond of it because it's obviously my design. I do find the triple peak is super effective. Though it's really hard to to say anything more than that, really. And yeah, I'm a big fan of the snake rake. Always have been. Go big or go home. Yeah. Rune says, so far I'd have shimmed most of these locks open. Customers don't pay for fancy openings. No, you're entirely right. But then, you know, we're lock sporters. We're not actual, you know, proper working locksmiths. This is really just a fun hobby, isn't it? I'm trying to pick some other ones that from Nox Locks. He's asking a bit about guitar. What was my favourite song to play? I really used to like the playing a lot of fingerstyle. Things like Jeff Buckley's Hallelujah was a really, for me, very difficult one to play. I know there's so many brilliant guitarists out there who consider that a novice song, but you know, his guitar playing was beautiful. I never managed to get anywhere near to his sound, but I love playing that. Who's your favourite YouTube channel of interest or inspiration? Can't say Bosnian Bill. I've already mentioned who. It's currently, there's so many great lockpickers out there who are a real inspiration. You know, like Tumblr, Bending, and so many more. For me though, it's I really enjoy watching Talam pick, and also he did a video recently but hasn't done one for many years, which was a Potty 314 or Potty Pie from Germany, who I could watch one of his videos daily. I always loved his stuff, and I hope he does more. But you know, I know people move on and have breaks in what they do. I get that. One more from Nox Locks before I carry on picking this K lock, which is what's the favourite thing I've fabricated? I don't know how. I really don't know how to answer that, because I've done. It sounds like a humble brag, doesn't it? I've done so many things. But no, because I like making stuff and designing stuff and playing with stuff. It's so many things that I've done that I've enjoyed. It's so hard to think of like that one thing. Clearly, the first thing that got picked up to be made by a manufacturer, I guess, was my checkers and chest pins, which are now the Sparrow's check pins. Again, not sponsored of this video, but have worked with them, blah, blah, blah. So that has good meaning to me, but I do wear this ring that I made out of an Abona prototype all the time. So that's one of my favourite things too. I really couldn't say. If I had to say what do I use the most out of everything that I've ever used, you saw me get the monkey paw out there and a few other things, but the tool that I've made and I use the most has to be this, the gut wrench, just because you know, the C-clips on the padlocks and the standard cylinders and those E-clips that just need to tear off, and I really do use that a lot, like a lot. So yeah, that's probably my I wouldn't say it's like my favorite, but it's the most, like, in terms of what it means to me as a thing. But in terms of amount used, it probably is pretty up there. Yeah. Right. What am I doing? I'm picking locks. I keep forgetting. So this is the Kasp 18060. I think I've picked this before sometime. Kasp can be quite good fun. I don't know what I'm doing with this. Let's try this. James Randolph says, I so miss Bosnian Bill. Yeah, me too. Me too. Massive inspiration to me in terms of, you know, lock picking. He did a lot of cool stuff too, and passed on a lot of knowledge over the years that he made videos. So yeah, I mean, again, just wish his retirement from the hobby well, and wish him all the best. It was nice to be able to do a video with him and Lockpicking Lawyer. So you know, that time that we did that for Circle City Con, that was really cool. Not happy with this at all. Something feeling a bit about it. I don't know why. Anyway, we'll try again. I feel like that pin 1 wants to go really high, but it's not giving me a click. It's just being mushy. Again, I might try getting a rake in here and just see if that does anything. The core feels tight, and I don't know why. I don't think it's binding. I just think it's... I don't know. I might swap to the other Kasp. This one's feeling weirdly dead. So we'll try this one instead. We might go back to the other Kasp. We might. But we'll swap over. We'll cheat. But yeah, no, do keep asking questions on the chat, everyone. I do appreciate it. Anything you want to know? Are we going all the way to 26 locks? Do you know what? I've got no idea. Your guess is literally as good as mine. I've got no idea. Maybe? Maybe? Is this a... How many pins is this? This is 1, 2, 3, 4... It's a 5-pin lock? Okay, well, you know. Instantly regretting this. Ugh. This feels horrible. Ugh. Oh, what's going on in here? It's hard to describe. That felt really strange in there. I'm interested to see some of your letter choices. Yeah. Oh, hey Dana. We're up to a K and not doing too well with it either. I don't know what's up with these Kasps, but they're not behaving at all. It's feeling very strange. Where's the key? I might have to see if this one works with the key. It probably does. It's probably just me, right? Yeah, I do have a Lints actually. Okay, no, that works. That works fine. So it is probably just me. Okay. Well, no point moaning about it. Let's get on. I wonder if I should use top of the keyway on this. Maybe that would be good. I must have a top of the keyway turner which will fit in there. This one maybe? Bit thick. A thinner top of the keyway turner. This one? Try this one. Yeah, that's something. So anything on 1? No. 2? No. 3, 4, 5. I don't know if is this a 5-pin or a 6-pin lock? I honestly can't tell. What should I try? What should I try? What should I try? I'm not going to be defeated by this. I must find something. Deeper hook? Maybe this would be. Failing miserably on this one. Yeah, no, I had the same problem, Tequila Dave, in trying to think of all the possible lock brands for all the letters of the alphabet. It wasn't easy. Okay, well, maybe. So let's try pin 1, 2, 3. No. 4. No. 5. No. Why won't this open? Apart from me not picking it properly. Maybe I should go back to that 18060. I do have another Kasp actually somewhere nearby, so worst comes to worst, if I'm really struggling to get anywhere, I do have a backup plan. But I don't know why in particular I'm struggling with this. So come on. No. Let's go back to I was sticking strictly to manufacturers or models. Manufacturers, Dave. Just manufacturers, yeah. I don't know why, so I might go back to this one. I don't know why, I just found tensioning this one really annoying, so we'll give this another go though. We'll give this another go. I'm just trying to find a nice tensioner. Must have some nice tensioner for this one somewhere. I might. Right, so maybe I'll do top of the keyway. Why not? It's always an option. Or should I try raking it? I mean, it might be possible to rake. Oh, Douglas Brandt says, a bit behind, but when you were having struggle with the Commando lock, you mentioned bottom of the keyway tools catching between cylinder and housing. So yeah, I already did a video which covers that. It's called Top 10 Reasons Why You Can't Pick a Lock. One of my more popular videos. You might find that interesting. You might find it interesting. Pirate and Jules were on K, sadly, but you know that's you know we're a bit further ahead than I thought we'd be. That you know it's not necessarily you know bad. We're just where we are. Then we've got to get on to L in a minute. So I'm just trying to find a turning tool which fits. Okay, let's try this. Okay, I think. Oh, something feels really strange in this one. I almost feel like I need to get some lock lube in there. give this a little squirt. Just, yeah, it doesn't feel great, and I don't know why. We're on Q now. No. Kasp. K? K. In fact, I might swap over to different toning tool. I'm not happy with any of this setup whatsoever. Let me just try and catch that, because I'm in a false set here. Let me just change this around, put this in, and that will probably be better. Okay. Now I've got a whole load of picks and I'm not choosing any of the right ones. Here we go. Okay, I'm definitely in full set. Lock loop and lock loop, yes. I'm on there's a pin binding here. There we go. I feel like when I set these pins which are giving me counter rotation, there we go, got it. Phew! I honestly thought we'd be stopping at K, but we got it. That was the power of the paw helping me out there, getting just some purchase on those pins. Power of the paw, purchase the pins. Yeah, so got to K. Phew! Almost felt like that was the end of me then. Yeah, maybe I should start doing Noob's Lock Lube as a thing. So I've got a choice here between a Lints and a... Oh, look at that bitting. I wonder if this is one of those times where I can cheese this. I might be able to cheese this, because that looks like I might be able to just like get in there and pretend that I picked it, but use a bow guitar. I'm going to try that. This might be a good way to like cheat this pick. Yeah, don't judge me. Don't judge me. But if I do pick it, we can all just think that I'm some kind of lock-picking genius, all right? And I definitely didn't cheat at all. Watch me fail to pick it now. Or indeed fail to find a turning tool which fits and actually works. I need a nice chunky one which will sort of jam in there, because this is one of those really horrible little bits of warding. Okay, let's see whether I can cheese the pick on this. No, I'm better off doing top of the keyway, haven't I, in terms of tension, I think, with this. And again, I might go for a little splash of the old lube in this. That feels horrible in there. What's your not lock-picking genius? Yeah, sorry, Donna. Yeah, no, I absolutely am. That's what my mum tells me every night. I'm definitely a lock-picking genius. That's for sure. S for Sergeant and Greenleaf. No. I'm trying to avoid any difficult locks. So this isn't working out as I hope. I was hoping I was going to cheese this lock by popping this in and getting it to be like... have I got the wrong one? Yeah, I want to make sure that... Yeah, that's the one. Just need to sort of get it at the right angle, and that should, sorry you can't see there, I should be able to cheese this just by raking this. I'm hoping that we can, not that I'd encourage cheating, everybody, but you know, needs must and all the rest of it. Oh, look at that, I'm a lockpicking genius. Who knew? Noob must be better on the shelf soon. Oh dear. I've seen worse merch tie-ins, that's for sure. Okay, right. V for Vachette. I do have some Vachettes, but no, again, Tequila Dave, I don't know what you're not getting about this. I'm trying not to pick anything difficult. I want to look good without actually expending any energy. So we've done L. Have we done L? Yes, we just did L, didn't we? Lints. So we're about halfway through. We're going to try another one from Qlock here. Do I own any bare bones? No, I don't. Why not? Because I just haven't bought any yet. There's so many things to buy, and you know, YouTube doesn't make you rich. Let's put it that way. What's your favourite pick handles I made? Zip tie? Oh, do you know what? The use of these zip ties. People have used zip ties before me. Not saying that, but I think I'm the first person to use the thick zip ties as a piece of, I think it's nylon pick handle material, and this stuff is fantastic for making pick handles with. It genuinely is. Maybe not the neatest, but it is brilliant. In terms of the pick handles that I made, stay there, stay there. My two favourite pick handles that I've made, this is super simple, but just such a nice piece of acrylic, and that just feels so nice. So, you know, this is just a couple of like simple scales, but sometimes simple is nice. It's nothing special. I've done fancier, but I really like that one. And this one is, possibly the favourite handles that I made. You can't see it very well in this lighting, but this is obviously a rose Damascus set of scales with, this is Lock Tools steel as well, which is really good. One of my favourite lockpicks that I've made myself. Yeah, a Damascus scale lockpick. Actually, looking at my feedback on the on my iPad, that rose Damascus doesn't show up as badly as I thought it does, so it actually looks pretty good. Cool. Yeah. Last one from Qlock for a bit. I'll then get picking. You started with the name Lock Noob just to show some friends you could pick. Did you ever come close to changing it? Yes, I did. I've been mulling for ages whether I should change it to LN lockpicking and still be like Lock Noob and have my Lock Noob symbol, but just LN lockpicking might make it a little bit more for people who don't know me. It might make it better for people to go, oh, it's LN lockpicking, you know, it's just a generic name. That sounds alright, but Lock Noob does give the impression that I am very new to this, and when you're trying to learn and seeing other more famous lockpickers, it might put people off a bit. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I've stuck with it though because, you know, it's not like I can retire on my YouTube fame, is it? So it doesn't really matter that much. But yeah, that sort of answers that one. I know. What do you reckon, guys? Should I change my name? Stick with where I am? Oh, William Borgson says, I use zip ties on the Danger practice set, and now my calluses are gone. Great tips, thanks. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, so this one is really strange. This is a Motrax. I don't think they make padlocks, but they're a motorbike. They're a company that makes motorbike stuff. I think if any bikers out there in the UK, you might know Motrax. I don't know. Maybe you don't. But I think that's what they do. I'm going to try and rake this one. If I remember rightly, this one wasn't a difficult lock to, there you go, to open. So that's M done. We could pick a master lock as well as a celebration for getting to M. Oh, Steve's Lockpicking says, love that Damascus pick. Oh, thank you. No, I'm very fond of it myself. Yeah, it's one of those ones which came out better than I thought it would, and I'm very proud of that one. Stay with your name. I think if they think you're new to the game, they'll think all lockpicking is easy by watching the videos. So yeah, maybe. I think, you know, we're all a bit guilty of making lockpicking on YouTube seem easier than it is. I think anyway. I mean, look, this is as honest a set of lockpicking that you'll see, right? Picking live, going through an entire alphabet of locks. Admittedly, maybe not the most difficult locks, but you know, trying to, trust me, trying to chat and pick locks full stop is it's hard. It's a lot harder than you'd think it is. To try and keep on top of the chat and stuff. Not complaining. I absolutely love it. It's just true. Oh, Thomas says we love you just where you are, Noob. Thank you, man. Right. Where do we go? What was that? It's M, wasn't it? It's M. So no, we got no, which is for Nemef. Nemef. Really horrible keyway on this one. I don't know. I think I'm gonna struggle. I couldn't think of many N's. So yeah, wish me luck on this one. Oh, any tips of sprung cores? It's Braden. Honestly, it's just tension control. You've got to make sure you just keep consistent tension, and if it's and sort of go. Once you loosen off to go pick a spool, go back to that. It's really just about balance with sprung cores. It really is. But they can throw you for a loop, especially when the core spring is really strong. Sometimes you get one which is like just crazy strong. You're like, why would they make something that horrible? But yeah, it happens. It's all to do. But yeah, like most things in life, it's all to do with balance. Oh, I should get myself a new vise really, shouldn't I? Because, or at least try and get some new little rubber covery things. James Randolph says, I love the talk LPL did and had a live demo fail. Shows everyone fails. Yeah, well, I did a live recently where it took me half an hour to pick one lock. I mean, they were relatively tricky locks, but yeah, sometimes you just don't have the luck, sadly. So sometimes that just happens. Okay, let's see if I've got that so I can open it. Yeah, feels good. I don't have many Nemef locks. I have a couple, but I don't know where they are. So yeah, we'll try with this one. I might try to see whether I can rake it into a false set if I can get a rake into it. I really want to be able to pick this one because I don't have any other N locks to sort of go by. So yeah. It's going to make me pick it by hand, isn't it? I can tell this is going to make me just have to pick this whole thing properly, which is fine, I guess. We'll try. Oh, we raked it. Oh, I'm so happy about that, because that keyway just looks too nasty to have to single pin pick this far through this video. So I'm so grateful to be able to rake that one. I should get an alarm company to sponsor me. Yeah, I probably should. For N, how about not a master lock? No, we managed to get an Nemef tequila, Dave. We did. Somehow we did. Which brings us to L, M, N, O? Do I have an... Hold on. Have I missed something out? What am I doing? Hold on. What are we up to? IJKLM, O. Is this the only O I have? Omak? Or is that DMEC? Is that Omak or DMEC? It could be DMEC. It looks like an O to me. Hold on, let me have a look. Have I missed anything out? O-P-O-O-O. Oh, oval. That's what I want. I wonder why I had all of these. Oval locks. See, I'm very clever. O for oval, because I couldn't find anything beginning with O. So this could be Omak or it could be DMEC. I'm honestly not sure. I don't even have a key for this one. So we could go for this one and give it a go, because it's the most O sounding lock, but it could be DMEC. I think it's DMEC, but let's say it's Omak. I mean, it really does look like an Omak. Does anybody know what this is? Either way, I don't think we're cheating. I think it's an oval. It's an oval something, right? Right? An oval definitely begins with O. So no matter what this is, it's definitely the right thing. Ah, beautiful. Right. Sparrow short hook. Would that be a good one to go with? Oh, what on earth was that? I literally just put my pick in and it's fallen into a false set. That was so weird. And we're open. Yay! We opened an oval Omak. Or whatever that is. So that's O done. So that's P. P. I've got P, Q and R here. Oh, sorry, that must have been really loud. I want to try Papays. So here is a little, let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 pin. Sorry, my stomach's just decided to say hi to everybody. Sorry about that. Have you heard my stomach rumbling? P is Qlock. Yes, I do have a Qlock here. I got the Qlock as a backup to the Papays. I do like picking I do like picking a Qlock. Already into a false set, which is always good. Oh, did something wrong there. That's better. Right, start again. feel I'm oversetting something there, but I can't tell what yet. So let's go pass through it a few more times. We'll learn the lock. We'll learn the lock and its idiosyncrasies. Qlock is a good pick. Yeah, they can be. They can be really good fun. I might end up doing that if I can't get this Papays Tequila Dave. Gavin Bannister, hi, just joining for the first time. I know maybe a hobby focused stream, but can I talk questions about locksmithing as a career? You can. I might not be able to answer them though. That's not me being funny. It's just I'm not an actual locksmith. Rune International is an actual locksmith. He's on the chat, but you know he might not be able to offer advice. You can always ask, right? You might not get an answer, but that doesn't mean that that your people are ignoring you. Just might not be the right chat for the questions. But you know, ask. You never know. So I think I'm oversetting a pin when I'm picking this. I think that's the problem here. So I might need to go in with a deeper hook to not overset this pin here, which is pin 4. So maybe I can go in a slightly steeper hook. Let's try this. Got it. So whatever was going on there was oh no, I've overset that pin now. I had to reset. Oh, what a pain. Right, well, at least we know now what we're learning a lot more now. So I think there's something good about the bitting here, which is meaning that I need to pick these spools more than once. And there's something in the middle which means that I think I'm oversetting a pin when I go for the monkey paw again. If you want to know why I'm using the monkey paw on this, it's just because I feel that I've got a little bit more confidence with the grip on top of this annoying pin. I think that when I get this, I overset a pin. So let's go to the back. So it is pin 4, I think, which is there, and this isn't steep enough. So I might just have to go in with this this hook and try to get on top of. There we go, that pin, and we've gotten open. So yeah, I could feel that I was oversetting. Let's have a look at the bitting of the key here, and maybe we can learn something together about this. Ah, yeah. So let's see. So the monkey paw was really good at gripping onto the pins, but this one, yeah, you can see, can't you? The shank is just fouling. Same with the gem, just fouling the pin 3 there as I'm trying to lift pin 4. So a deeper hook gave me that clearance, and yeah, that's much nicer. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, the Papays you know, those Papays, Walsall 2000 for the W. Hey, I have at least picked a Walsall 2000. It's a heck of a lock. I think one of the best value padlocks out there in terms of security for your money. Again, not a sponsor, but love them. Okay, well, let's have a look. Any other questions from Nox Locks? Will you see you on picking time? Yes, you will. do you have a favourite to your top 10 lists? Like top 10 reasons not to pick locks. Do you know what? I'd have to look back at my top 10 lists. I can't remember half of them. So I don't think I can do that. Have you ever bent a pick beyond repair? This may well answer your question. But I absolutely love this because this is a brilliant tool for picking these sliders in locks like this adapter. This is a brilliant little tool for just going in and jiggling the top sliders. So yeah, just because you break a pick does not mean that you that's it, throw it in the bin. You can do so much more with it. This one is a broken key extractor from a company I'm not a massive fan of, but it's really thin, and this one's really good at poking things and prodding things. It's a great pokey proddy thing. It's very good. So yeah, yes, I've definitely broken a few picks. Okay, so oh yeah, we can't pick that one. We've already done A. And what are we on? Somebody tell me. What am I on? What am I on? I did a lock. I'm not sure what I did and what I'm on now. That was O. I think we did P, which means we've got Q, and Q means that we can actually go straight to Q. So this is actually green tech, so it's technically a G, but since it's got a massive Q on it, I think I'm allowed, right? I'm allowed that. So Green Tech are a UK-based company, I believe. But yeah, so but look, no, it's a Q. Come on, it's Q. I can do Q. And we're open. Right, that's Q done. I have a Reese's Safety, which is lovely because it's all brass. A really nice little one there. Very similar to the American lock style cuts on that key. And I've got also a Rock 4, which is a very, very interesting bitting on this. So I really don't know which one to go for. I might get my butt kicked, but I'm going to try this Rock 4 because it reminds me of cheese, and I do like Rock 4. So you know, there is that, right? How many pins does this have? Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a hell of a bitting. I don't think. I'm still going to. I'm going to throw a bogus R in there. I don't think this is going to work. I really don't think that's going to work at all. Nah, that's not working. So let's try and pick this. I'm not holding much confidence because of that bitting, but never know, right? Otherwise, I'm definitely going over to the Reese's. For what it's worth, this feels terrible. This lock inside. It's gritty and horrible. More lube, I think. Half of these locks have just been sat in a box, not doing anything. So, even taking that out was squeaky. Well, yes, I know that it's Green Tech Baldy Logs, but it does have a Q on it, and it's definitely a Q for Green Tech, definitely that. Okay, Rockford is a junk lock from the Danish hardware discount store Harald Nyborg. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Junk lock or not, yeah, well, it might defeat me. But I do get that it's probably not a great brand, but just because it's not a great brand doesn't mean that it can't kick my butt, because sometimes these not very good locks can be horrific to pick. So we'll find out. But it doesn't. Really hard to explain. This feels horrible on the inside. No, yeah, that's horrible. No, I'm gonna move on from that. Genuinely, it feels squeaky and gross, like it's completely unfinished. I might come back to it if I can't pick this little Reese's though. But isn't that cute? Isn't this lovely? Just how many pins is this? It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a little 5-pinner. Kind of cute though. I really like the look of this. Let's see. I really hope I can pick this because it's such a cute little looking cute lock. Blah, 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 blah. Words are failing me. Yes, it's green tech with a Q at the end, which is why it's a Q. You're right, Baldy. Okay, please work. Nice little lock. Ah, there we go. That's the click I was looking for. Okay, we're getting somewhere, I think. Don't know why we're not open yet, but we'll keep working patiently at it. Oh, that felt horrible. Tell you what, this little Reese is putting up a bit more of a fight than I would have expected. Don't know much about this lock. It's I think it's a safety lockout brand, Reese's, I think. Oh, try that again in a second. Oh, Michael Maynard. Hey, Michael Maynard. Ah, sorry, I just had a big drink of water there. Must remember to drink when I'm picking and talking. Okay. This lock feels like it wants to open, but is actually still, in fact, not opening. It became more than one key, it's not a lot of lock. Yeah, it could be right. Oh, there we go. Got it. I think it has tapers in. Reese safety. Now, I do think some kind of safety lock. Probably not a lockout lock, though, but you're right, yeah. Interesting little lock. But, we got to I think that's not bad. Is this a cute lock? It's a cute lock. Cute, but secure, yeah. Did you just use WD as a lubricant? No, I used Lubra Rapid from Ankerslot in the Netherlands, which is really cool. So it's an actual lock lubricant. So Whether it's any good or not, I couldn't tell you. It seems to work really well, so that's what I've been using. I don't use much of it, just a tiny little squirt, not a... okay, so where are we at? So what was that? That's R, wasn't it? That's R. Okay, OPQ R. Now we've got ST. I don't know if I'm going to pick this one, but I just really like this one. Isn't it cool? Super cool American lock there. Let's have a look. Any other questions from Nox Locks? I'm trying to make it through. He did send me quite a number of questions. They're all really good. So, do you still feel the Sherman case is the best on... right. The Sherman. So this is the Sherman case. Again, I work with Sparrows so much, people might think that I'm biased, but I genuinely really like the Sherman case because it's fully zipped. The nylon's really hard wearing. Anybody who has one of these and doesn't like it, say why in the comments. Otherwise, I'll just assume that everybody thinks the Sherman case is awesome. It doesn't take some of the super long handle picks, but for me it's definitely really good. Did I ever pick the twin combi? No, it's still sat here, I think, and it's just mocking me. Never did pick this. One day I might, but I don't know. I really don't think that's going to happen. But one day. So I haven't picked this Sesame for a long time. So I kind of want to have a go at that, but I'm looking at that keyway and thinking that something's going on with this. And I just don't know if I've got the energy to do an SFIC, so I'm going to chicken out. I'm going to chicken out today and then go for this Standers lock. This is a French brand, and they normally don't do very good locks, but they made us the Standers Plus lock, which I had a look at recently. It's a dimple lock, and it's like a Tessa T80. It was really something. It really was. I was quite impressed by it. So maybe they do some decent locks. But yeah, that the Standers Plus dimple lock was well, yeah, that was good. I'm just trying to cheese and open with a rake, but I don't think I'm going to get there. But you never know, right? You've got to try these things. No, I don't think this is going to be one of those locks which wants to rake open. It doesn't mean it won't, but it's all it does, doesn't it? It's going to mock me again. Otherwise, I think we're just going to have to do it as nature intended, which is manually, one pin at a time. Okay, let's do this. If I can. It feels awful. Why won't that open? I'm going to just try the key on this. 2 seconds, everyone. Did I come in just as it ended or something? No, Noah. Still going. Video won't load. I'm sorry. Everyone else having problems? You still around? Still like 80 odd people on the viewing, which is really cool. Thank you, because we're quite far in. So yeah, that seems to work okay, doesn't it? I don't know why we're not getting anywhere. Maybe what should I use? I really should have thought about another S, because we'll have a go at picking this. We'll have a go. We'll see if we can. Bit top of the keyway tension, maybe. See if I can do something with that. Never say die and all the rest of it. No, that's not going to fit. Something else. This one. Video's great for you. Brilliant. Thanks. I'm glad that it's actually okay. No, that feels horrible. What else do I have? Such a small keyway, this one. Needs something to go in the top there, and all of these are a bit too big. I must have something decent. What about this one? That's very thin and slim. But not thin and slim enough. I've got so many turning tools and they're all like scattered over my entire desk now, under my arms and everything. I'm going to be pulling them out my elbows. Weeks to come, I can tell. I just want to go top of the keyway on this one if possible. So let's see if I can go. Yeah, that does go in a bit. That's so ropey. No. I swear I had a thinner one than this somewhere. What do I have? What do I have that's going to work? That's still too thick. That's all. So my thinnest one is still too thick. Okay. This could be tricky if I can't find a turning tool which gives me the top of the keyway on this one. What to do? There's always a way, right? There's always a way. I could try doing bottom of the keyway with a very small tool, which will give me clearance to get to the back of the lock. One, two, three. I'll try and go to the back. I think that's a pin set. Could be wrong. But this isn't being fun, this little padlock. One, two, three, 2, 3, 4. Where's that deep hook again? I swear I had. Oh, maybe this one would work because it's a bit thinner. Maybe that is the one there. Okay, let's try that. Okay, got a nice click there. And we got the open. Phew! Got it. That was surprisingly difficult, and it's because of the bitting. You've got a max cut here right at the back of the lock, and it's such a tiny keyway, it's very hard to actually tension it. So yeah, we got there though. We got there, and that's all that matters. Cool. I just found a little key, Corbin key. Did we have a Corbin at some point? Where did that come from? I must have had a little Corbin lying around. I don't even think I did a C for Corbin. Oh, hi, Pick Wizard. Nice picking. Oh, thanks, Pick Wizard. Tilt camera up, please. Yeah. Would that be better? I'll try that. T. I got a Tiffon top brass and true value, but I'm gonna go with the true value because it's one of my favourite locks to pick. I know this is like a budget brand from the US, but it's got some lovely spool pins in, and it's genuinely a pleasure to pick. It just is such a nice lock. Do you know how like some locks don't have any reason to be good? They just sort of are, and you really enjoy them. This is the true value lock for me. For whatever reason, whatever's going on inside its little head, it's just really good fun. How am I going to pick this one? Needs some top of the keyway, I think. Let's go with one of these Christina Palmer turners at the top and go from there. Right, let's have a pick. Lovely clicks, hear those? You probably can't hear, but all I can hear is horns beeping in Bristol, like loads of them. I don't know whether it's like a load of people just mucking about, or I don't know, who knows. Yeah, anyway, so you can hear all those lovely clicks and the counter rotation on the spools. It's so good, this lock. Absolutely love it. Oh, later, James. Oh, hi, Dalp. Dark Arts Lock Picking. Dalp's a great channel to go check out. Oh, lovely deep falset there. That's lovely. Okay, so who is the one that's left? I usually pick this one in hand, which is picking it in a vice is actually a bit strange. And we've got the open. Lovely lock. Love that one so much. Yeah, nice that Dark Arts Lock Picking's turned up. Very cool. Oh, and we've still got almost 100 people watching. I'm so pleased. Thank you so much, everyone. It's just so nice for everybody to drop by. I genuinely appreciate it. I've got no expectations that people would. So people joining me on this Sunday evening, it means the world to me. Thank you. What's my current favourite pick? This is from Knox Locks again. This is a really good question, and it's so hard because I've flipped and changed. I think I've mentioned before that I still have it in my kit. The Southwold Max 07B was one of my favourite picks for a while. The Sparrow's short hook has been a favourite. Obviously, this custom pick from Daz Evers was my favourite for a while. I clearly use the 18,000 Peterson gem. I mean, if I showed you like my favourite profiles at the moment, I don't know if I'll be able to like choose one particular one from this genuinely. But yeah, and then there's the but it's going to be sort of these ones are sort of my favourite sort of hooks at the moment. The ones I'm just using more. You probably see me using them on the video. Are they the best? Will I change my mind in a week's time? Yeah, probably. Peterson gem. Family are well. Yeah, no, they're really good. Yeah. Family are awesome. No, thanks for asking. Okay, so hold on. What we just did? What we just did? That was the T. ST. So we got U V W X Y Z. So almost there, everyone. Um, so we're at. Sorry for the noise. U. So we've got a US lock and a Union here. I more got the Union out because it's really nice. But I might pick it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to get on with the US lock, but let's give it a go and find out. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pin lock, I think. So let's give it a go. I'm sure it's a great lock, this US lock, but it won't be as fun to pick as that True Value lock. I wish I had more of those actually, because I'd be like anybody learning spools. That True Value lock I just picked would be one of the ones. This one, I don't know if you're in the US, but you can get hold of these. Get hold of them just to, not a sponsor again, True Value, not, they're not a sponsor, but I really, it's like such a nice lock to pick, or maybe that particular one is, and in general they're rubbish. I don't know, but I do know that I love that lock. Mike Finley says, my favourite picks are the ones that work at the time, and never a truer word has been said. I could not agree more. My favourite pick is the one that seems to get me into the lock on day. For example, somebody had at the meetup, the lock meetup I was at today, yesterday, they had a Ruco 2 with a restricted keyway. Already in. And I've been struggling with a multi-locking interactive, I think. I just really, so that's you done. And I was getting nowhere with it, and it's a bit embarrassing, and I felt really down about it. But then there was but I thought, you know what, I'll have a go at this Ruco 2, and I did pick it, and again, I used the Sparrow's Lunatic, which is brilliant for slightly wider open keyways for reaching up and picking those high set pins. So this again, this was one of my highlight profiles, I think, last year. I haven't used it much this year though, but you know, you come back to these things, don't you? So they've got V and W. So V, I've got a Vita, also known as Vita Win lock. I've got a Vero. I kind of want to pick the Vero though, because I really do quite like Vero. So if I can pick this, then that will be the one I do, because I had to have a Vero there. A bit of top of the keyway. How many pins is this one? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pin lock. Okay, so it's a 5 pinner. Oh, wow! I didn't expect it to sort of go into that sort of false set. That was interesting. Okay, let's see if we can get onto any pins. Oh, this feels really weird. It's like how can I put it? It's like I'm picking at the wrong angle. It wants to deflect the pick in a really weird way. It makes me think maybe if it will let me, I'll try to do bottom of the keyway tension. I don't know if it will. Can you see how it's like already onto the spools? I'm worried that I'll overset something if I try and do it this way though, but I'll try and give it a go. No, it's got to be done top of the keyway, I think. I just feel like I'm oversetting everything, so yeah. Is there a way to do it and it feel better? I'm not sure. That feels horrible. Okay, let's try and get to the back. So it's a weird little bitting as well, actually. So it feels like a feels possible though. It's just I can't believe it's already. Can you see it's already in like a full set? That's so strange and unusual. So trying to get onto a pin at the back. Do you know what might be good is trying to use the number 7. Is it the number 7 hook? I can't remember which one is it. Ruka 2 is just a shell name. Yeah, no, you're probably right, Rune. When I say you're probably right, I know you're right because I'd never question your Ruko knowledge. But yeah, I know what it means. Just whatever the Ruko cylinder is in that particular padlock. It was a good one though. Classic kind of classic Ruko. Challenging, annoying, undercut. You know, all the good things. Hey, we got it. That was weirdly hard, just because don't we see that keyway? It's at like the opposite angle to a lot of these angle keyways. It's just a little bit weirder than normal. But yeah, for W, I've got a Wally, which is an original Wally. I'll have you know, because you don't want an unoriginal Wally. Oh, young Willem. Fantastic. Barely awake, but good to log on and say hi. Hi, Jan. Really nice to see Jan. Jan Willem is very, very active in the lockpicking scene, especially Tool Netherlands. And is a fine chap. But don't tell him I said that. Don't want it to go to his head. So this is 1, 2, only 4 pins it looks like on this one. Can you see that? A little 4-pin Wally. Okay, well, we'll give that a go. How's the Bristol meetup? Really good fun, a little quiet, but you know, hey, I won some other picking competitions, so I'm happy. I mean, some people would say it's about, you know, meeting fantastic lock pickers and having fun. But I say it's about the winning. It's not. It really isn't. It is about the lovely people, but a little bit about the winning too. Oh, look, there. My Wally is open. Ooh, been wanting to get to a Ruko. Really, 300. So 300 Aussie dollars is around 150, 160 pounds, which is somewhere around 180 to 200 US dollars. That's a lot. Which Ruko are you going for, Dalp? So W. So we've got X, Y, and Z. We're almost there. X, Y, and Z to go. X, Y, and Z. So I have X is cross lock because I really couldn't think of anything which was that I had at the very least which was X. I really couldn't. So, but you know, this is in the shape of an X. I think you'll agree. So we're going to go for that. 14 Blues is saying trying to stay awake. Sorry if I'm boring you. I know that's not what you meant. At least I hope it's not what you meant. I hope I'm not boring you, genuinely. It's been a lot of fun so far, I have to say. Oh no, hate personal issues. Oh, well, I'm sorry, my man. We all have personal issues. I hope you're okay. Some more Knox locks. I'm trying so hard to get through some of these. Let's have a look. Oh, okay. So I think we're getting towards the end. So it says, final statement and question. You gave me excellent advice in the form of never pick the same lock twice in a row to help. Never pick the same lock twice in a row to help improve with practice. And you're going to use 10% of your kit 90% of the time. Okay, so I think what I meant by never pick the same lock twice is clearly you can pick the same lock a number of times to get a feel for the lock and to pick it and to enjoy it. But it's more about the more different types of locks you pick, the more you will learn about locks and tension and pick choice and warding and pick thickness and different security pins and arrangements and binding orders and all those kind of things. I think God, I hope that that's what I meant by that. But I do agree, you do tend to use 10%. Well, it's more like the 80-20 rule, isn't it? Oh, wow. Thank you, Mike, for the $10. That's so lovely. Thank you. I really appreciate it. That's really sweet and much appreciated. But yeah, it's more like the Pareto rule, isn't it? 80-20. You use about 20% of your kit 80% of the time. And I still think that's true. In terms of what other advice? I would say that for any lockpicker is do what you enjoy. Don't do what you feel is... So if you feel you have to be a good lockpicker, so you have to pick the difficult locks, that's good if you enjoy it. So I know some brilliant lockpickers out there, like genuinely world-class, some of the best lockpickers in the world, and they love, picking those super high security locks. And they've got the skill to do it as well. They're brilliant, and they love that aspect of the hobby. And for them that works. But don't feel you have to do that if it's not what you enjoy. If you just like picking master locks and that brings you joy, then do it. Why wouldn't you? Because you only have one life, and you can't live it for other people. So just have fun and there's enough different things in lockpicking. You don't even have to pick locks. You can make challenge locks, make lockpicks, make tools. You can do 3D printing and CNCing, and so many other aspects to lockpicking. So I would say when it comes to lockpicking, my only advice to anybody beginning is, and there we've got the open, is pick a big range of locks and many different styles, and learn what you like. And then just do what you like. Challenge yourself. Try to get better. But if you don't like lever locks, don't pick lever locks. But if you love dimple locks, don't feel that you have to do disatainers, for example. There's so many locks out there. And in 10 years' time, if you're still in the hobby, you may choose a different bit of the hobby to go into. You might be not pick as much and make more pick handles. I don't know. So X. So I've got Y now. I've got Y. So I've got a little Yale for Y. Because why not? Hilarious. So many cool things to do in this sport, Chris Capoon. Oh my goodness, yes. I think I did a whole video. He says plugging another one of his videos on all the locksport adjacent things that you can do, and it's crazy. And I know some people who barely pick a lock and still would consider themselves to be a lock sporter, because what they do is they might make a challenge lock or do 3D printing or something like that because it's what they personally enjoy, and I think that's just amazing. A hobby which is so open. It's not like if you do this hobby, then you have to do it this only one particular way, and if you don't do this one particular way, then you're not this hobbyist. It's like, no, don't want to pick a safe lock, don't pick a safe lock. You want to pick a safe lock, pick some safe locks. If you want to get into lever lock picking, then lever lock picking. If you don't. And I just absolutely love that aspect of this hobby. I really do. I think it's I think it's genuinely such a good hobby, because it's not just picking locks. Although Of course it is, but it also sort of isn't, but it is. There we go, right. Oh, do you know what? For old time's sake, I'm going to see whether... Where's that Southall Max gone? I had it. I haven't picked a lock with that Southall Max for ages. I keep it in my kit because I just love that lockpick, but... where is it? How do you lose an entire Southall Max lockpick? Oh, here it is. What are the odds on the Zeiss Icon? Pretty high. Not so much that I'll pick it, but it's definitely the lock I'm probably going to fail on. My Z. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know what's happening with this lock. So what's happening here is I keep getting to a full set, but the keyway is so small I can't get my pick out to get the rest of the pins. So got it. It was the first pin all along. Dana Reese says, like picking and learning from others but don't do videoing. And I don't think everybody needs to do videoing. It's not for everybody. It's a right pain to have to do videos. And sometimes, you know, all the editing and the stress of having to perform and get the pick right and all that kind of stuff. That doesn't mean that it's not fun. Of course it is. But, you know, it's fun in its own peculiar way. And it's not necessarily for everybody. And it doesn't need to be. I do also have a zone lock here. So I will try to pick the Zycon, but yeah, we'll do our best. Oh, I just got a low battery warning on my phone, which is very strange. It is plugged in. So let me just check that it's all right. Seems to be okay. What can I tell you? I don't know. It is what it is. So this one is a so if it cuts off, everyone, I'm so sorry. It wasn't my intention. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pin Zeiss Icon lock. I mean, have I picked this? I don't know. I don't know. But we'll have a go, right? Yeah, what a strange little lock, this one. Okay, so what a keyway. It's quite wide. I wonder if I can get one of my favourite turners into the bottom of the lock. That one. Okay. Well, I'm already in some kind of false set, so we'll give this a go. Oh, this feels awful. How do I'm sure I picked this on video. How do I do that? I can't even get this super slim pick down into the keyway. So I might have to choose my thinnest, slimmest pick to try and get onto a pin at the back. Wow, that was weird. Oh, I thought I dropped a pin then. Come on. I overset something there, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Ah, how annoying. Okay. So pin 1 into the false set. Pin 4. Okay, so that didn't work as well. Let's try that again. Pin 1 into the false set. That's good. Pin 2, not binding. 3's now binding. There, got it, got it, got it. Back through. Pin 5 at the back here. Nice counter rotation. But some reason, maybe it's the pick isn't high enough to deal with it. Okay, so let's try again, but we try a deeper hook. Or not. Oh, why did I do that? Okay, any more questions? Why use a device when you never have one in the field? Never use one because I've picked 25 locks and my hands would be devastated if I picked them all in hand. Honestly, plus I'm a hobbyist. I don't pick locks in the field, so for me, the realism aspect of this is not that important. The times I've had to use these skills in the field, I've done very well with it, so it hasn't been a problem for me to transfer those skills across. So yeah, using advice, I would say, just like I said before, with you know, pick what you like, is also pick how you like. Is your hobby. You know, if you want to use an angle grinder, if they're your locks, go ahead. I mean, I wouldn't, clearly, but you could, you know, just do you, and never ever care about what anybody else says about what you do, because it's not their life. How old are you? Is that referring to me, Keys in One? I'm over the age of 40, which is in itself a little bit depressing because in my head I am still, of course, 25. Of course, it's the last lock which is causing the most problem. I think, though, I can say that being a little tired is okay. I can say I'm a little tired, can't I? You know, that's not... Yeah, I don't think me being a little tired after over 2 hours of picking and chatting is puts me in a bad light. I hope it doesn't anyway. Well, this is weird. All of this feels picked now. What am I missing? Swap over the tension again. Oh, thanks, Gordon. Great stream. Thank you. Appreciated very much. Yeah, I hope it's been fun, at least. says trying desperately to get onto this stupid pin. There's a pin here somewhere, isn't there, that isn't picked. We have to go find it. There we go. That's one of them. Stupid design icons, such good locks. Oh no! I dropped it all. We will get this. I think we'll get this. I think we'll get this. Oh, thanks, Dana. Oh, WX Dave. Great fun. Oh well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm having great fun with this. I mean, clearly, you know, this lock's holding me back, but you know, Icon are good locks. You know, I don't feel bad that I'm struggling a little bit on this one. Especially what with this being literally my 26th lock. If I have to go to the zone, then we'll go to the zone. I might go to the zone. Let's see if I can just like I'll do a hybrid pick special on this, shall I? And see if I can try to rake this into a full set and go from there. I think Zone used to be. Let's try if that key works. Yeah, it does. I think Zone used to make their locks in Wales. Does that sound right? Am I wrong? Anybody know any different? So yeah, let's give this a go. Let's give this a go. So where's turning tool? Yeah, we'll go bottom of the keyway if we can, and we'll give it a rake and see if I can make anything sort of go into a false set. Okay, well, something's happened in the lock. Oh, and instantly overset the pins. Can you imagine if I get all this way and I don't pick the Z? That would be devastating. But you know, worse things have happened in life. I think we're in a false set here. I'm trying to close off the video. There's a groove on the facing tension. No, there is. You're right, but because I'm raking Baldy, I want to make sure that I'm not. There we go, and we raked the zone. So we got to Z. We went from. Hold on, where's the? No. Where are you? Where have you gone? Yes, we did it. We went from A to Z. We did the full 26. There you go. Yeah, so I'll get frustrated. No, sorry if I did sound a bit frustrated there, but we got there in the end. Honestly, 26 locks in a row is... even though none of these were massively complicated locks, yeah, it's a little tiring. I'm not gonna lie, but I've had a fantastic time chatting to everyone. So yeah, we got there. Whoo! I love that. We want to be done so bad. No, it's not that. But honestly, 26 locks for me is in a row is you know it's a challenge. But I really hope that you enjoyed that, everyone. Thank you, honestly, thank you so much for dropping by and for sticking around. We've managed to have around 100 people throughout this entire 2 hours, so I don't know how many in total stopped by, but no, genuinely, thank you so much. Nox Locks, I'm so sorry I didn't get through all of your questions, but there was quite a few. I think you can forgive me for that. Thank you for everybody else for all your comments and stuff like that. It's been just brilliant. Thank you to all those people who dropped me a donation as well. That was really lovely of you. And yeah, whew, that was yeah, 26. I really wish I had a better. I think the only one I really cheated on was the green tech with a Q. That was definitely a Q, but it's a bit cheaty. And the X for cross lock. I think we had an Omak for O, so I'm okay about that. But I just wish that I had a good X. But I think we did all right. So yeah. Anyway, look. Thank you all for turning up. I'm going to end the live stream now. It's been really amazing. I'm going to go for a walk in the fresh air because I've been stewing in this study where I do my filming for over 2 hours now. So it's yeah, it's time I just stretch my legs. But stay safe, everyone, and I'll see you all soon.